Hi guys, it's nearly 9:30 now. So I've done the school run. I've packed some things that I need to post. I've cleaned up. I've had my breakfast. Today it was just eggs. I didn't have the appetite for more than eggs, but that should feed my workout session. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to go to the gym today, do some squats, just focus on doing some squats. It's leg day today, and I never miss leg day. I'm just going to sort out the laundry. And yeah, so it's quite, I'm hoping to get some sewing done. I didn't manage to get any sewing done yesterday, but I did prepare the fabric. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some sewing done. I should be back in about an hour and a half or so. The weather is predictably quintessentially British, darling. British grey. It's absolutely grey out there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna pop the laundry, get it going. So I always have the laundry going. So the laundry cycle is integral to the running of this 7-person household. If we do not sort out the laundry, everything just falls apart. And so we have the machines are going pretty much all day drying stuff. So that's the fabric that's dried, ready to go. I've just done the brush cotton, the flannel sheet. Let me show you how much lint comes off of it. So I clear this out. But look at all of that. That's just from one wash of a brand new one. And so if you don't do this before you wash, all of this lint will end up on you and on your hair, on your pajamas, on your socks. And I collect the lint because we use this to make fire starters for the fire. So it's quite useful for that. So that goes into there. I am going to do a second wash of this as well, just to remove any more lint. It sounds fluffy, but it is, you got to do it, particularly if you've got brand new ones, because they end up everywhere and on the carpet in your bedroom and whatever. So you have to wash dry before you then use it. So this is going to go back into the wash, and then I'm just going to load the other things in the dryer, unload the washing machine, load more stuff into the washing machine, and it's the circle of laundry. So I forgot to mention that in order to make the drying times more manageable, particularly in winter where the house is quite humid, even though we try to control the humidity in the house, things take longer to dry. So what I do in winter is, after I finish the wash, so my towels are in there. I've just done the towels. I will do another spin cycle. And what the spin cycle does is it draws more water out of the towels so that they spend less time in the dryer. And that makes it just a little bit more manageable. So I put it onto a spin cycle, which I have to get onto, and it's another 7 minutes on there, and I just get it to start. So that's how we manage the laundry for 7 people, and boys that are very sporty, that are constantly producing mud splattered sports kits almost on a daily basis. And before I go out anywhere in winter, I always use my 4 Thieves essential oil blend, which is mixed into a carrier oil. And this just gives me extra protection from all the lurgies, the viruses, the bugs that are going around out there. So I am good to go. I'll be back in about half an hour. I'll see if I can get some footage of me doing my squats in the gym. This is how dark it is when I turn off the lights in the house. It's very, very dark. I'm ready for the gym now. back from the gym. So I did my gym session today. It was leg day and it was squat day. So I do 2 days, 2 leg days, and I do 2 upper body days. And 1 day is flex mobility stuff. And so it was leg day today. And after I do my leg day, particularly if I do the squats, because I'm lifting very heavy, I will sit and I'll use this shiatsu massager. And I'll use it for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's got infrared and it just goes, it's been used so much, it's got a bit of a hole on it, but that's how good it is. And so I'll use that on my back. And that just helps, particularly now that I'm lifting heavy weights. So I got into resistance training because as a woman in my 40s, ever since I turned 40, I basically started reading about, perimenopause and how to prepare for that. And one of the things that happens is that we lose bone density. And so that's something that I was worried about because I got a scan and my bone density was just a little bit on the lower side. And the best way to improve your bone density is to lift very heavy things. And that's one of the reasons why I got into resistance training initially. And as I started doing more of it and learning more about it and beginning to feel the benefits of it, it's just been incredible. It really is a wonderful thing to be doing. So when you build muscle, so I've put on loads of weight, but most of my clothes, I can still wear most of my clothes even though I've put on loads of weight because I've been shedding body fat and I've been increasing my muscle percentage, so to speak. And once I also found out that past menopause, it's very hard for women to put on muscle. It's a lot harder to put muscle on. And that is a lot better for you to put on your muscle before menopause. And then you can just focus on maintaining it because maintenance is a lot easier. So ever since I started doing resistance training, which is nearly 3 years now, my main focus has been packing on as much muscle as possible. And that's also part of the reason why I eat a lot of protein, because building muscle is expensive. It needs good quality protein to actually grow the muscle. And another benefit of growing your muscle is that it protects you from any joint issues going forward, and you will be able to maintain your mobility as you get older. And so I've been lucky enough to have one of my mobility teachers at the gym. Her focus is longevity, and she knows a lot of stuff, and she's been teaching us a lot about these things. And it's worth it. I always used to think that I didn't have time to go to the gym, but now I love it so much because I'm feeling the benefits to my health, to my strength, to my stamina, to everything. It's really, really awesome. And, I definitely plan on continuing doing it. So currently my gym habit is 5 days a week. I go to the gym every day and I do my leg days and I do my upper body days, and then I do Pilates and mobility and flexibility. Mobility and flexibility is basically strengthening my knees, my ankles, all of these things that as you get older are the things that if you don't use, you lose them, and you don't want to have a hip replacement. So it's almost, you need to start doing a lot of the work now so that the next 30, 40 years, you're still able to maintain movement. And so that's what I do. It no longer feels like work going to the gym. I love it. It's just such an integral part of my life. It's improved so many things, my posture, and I can do so much other stuff for longer periods, and even just lifting heavy things, I can do a lot of stuff. So it's really, really awesome. Highly recommend going to the gym. And you have to look after yourself though. So I would advise that if you wanted to check out resistance training, weightlifting in particular, which is so beneficial for women, particularly as we get older. You know, I'm now 43 years old, so I have to be thinking about what's going to be happening post menopause, what's going to be happening in my 50s and my 60s. And I want to be a granny who, when my kids have their kids, I want to be able to keep up with them and to be able to go around. I want to be like those, those people that are still getting out and about, are still moving about, and I don't lose my mobility. So I have to do that now. And one of the best ways that you can do that is resistance training. And all the research suggests that Pilates is not enough, yoga is not enough. You have to add in the weights, because as we get older, because we're past our prime, biologically, we are wired to be in our prime in our 20s. And from the time that we hit 30, everything begins to decrease, like gums begin to recede, your hair starts to thin, your skin stops producing as much collagen or squalane, and your muscle mass just naturally. So even if you're doing the same thing, the same sort of exercise, and you don't change it, as you get older, you lose 10%. I think is it 10% per decade? It just starts going down, which means you have to do 10% more work in order to maintain that. And it's just part of the age-related thing. And so lifting weights is a very important part of that, because when you lose your muscle, your joints have to step in to do a lot more of the work, because the strong muscles means that your joints are protected effectively. And so if you're losing your muscle mass, more work is put on the joints. The joints are not designed to take most of the work that's supposed to be done by the muscles, and that's where you get joint problems, particularly if you're not looking after this. So it was quite interesting to learn about that. And so I started doing that. But you really need to start off with a personal trainer. There's no way around it. It's not the sort of thing that you can teach yourself, because lifting very heavy things, if you don't know how to lift them properly, you can hurt yourself. You can do serious damage to yourself, and it's not worth it. A good personal trainer, you shouldn't need more than 8 to 12 sessions for them to set you up on the proper form of how to do it properly, so that you're not hurting anything in you. So I think that would be my advice if you're interested in trying out going to the gym, which if you are in your 40s or late 30s, it's worth the investment in time now. Right, I'm just waiting for my kids to come back. Now we have piano later on today, and so I've got dinner cooking right now whilst I'm just doing my back. It feels so good. So I use this on my back when I've done leg day, and I use it on my shoulders when I've done upper body day, because sometimes you can take it. You just need those muscles because you've been working them so hard. You just want to massage them, and this is a great massage. No, we're going for piano. Dinner is beef stew and dumplings, and these are literally the best dumplings I have ever made. They are so fluffy, really, really fluffy, very tasty. Yeah, and we have them with some carrots and broccoli, and